Hello there. Day 3 of my 28-gallon Nano Cube LED intermediate light set. So the water is much more clear than what it was a couple days ago. I mean, I guess that's kind of how it works, huh? You turn the filter on and it filters the water. Great. I don't know where I left off, but here we go. I had 40 pounds of that bagged live sand. I'll do a close-up soon. You know, the wet sand. I put that in. It's Fiji pink. And there are a couple like pink specks. You know, hopefully it's coralline algae. But in any event, so I had the 35 pounds of the dry uncured rock. I went to, you know, the fish store and bought some rubble, like about half a pound. Very brown. It's in the upper right hand corner here and the lower right hand corner, and I put the rest of my filter. There was a couple specks of purple on it, and you know, I saw like some teeny little worms or whatnot, some life on there, but in any event I put that in the filter and back. The 28-gallon, there's like a slide rack, if you will. The first one I put like polyfilter, get some of the stuff out. The second one I put more polyfilter, and the third one I put like the crushed live rock. You know, let it stay in the circulation some, get some good water flow. And I'll basically probably just keep like a sponge in the top filter, and then the middle one put, you know, a bag of like what, ChemiPure, you know, some sort of like chemical, and then maybe keep just a live rock in the bottom or whatever. The cartridge that slides in is kind of small. I saw a place on the internet that had, they make their own, it's a little larger, but they go for $50 or so. It just seemed kind of pricey to me, so, and you gain like an inch or so, I don't know. But in any event, I went to a different fish store today, and I bought some live rock here, like almost a pound. It's the stuff right in the middle. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's very purple. And this piece, and then this one has like purple around the edges. It looks much better than the stuff I bought from the other place. But in any event, I got that from, they have a website, and that's the name of the store also. It's reefs2u.com. That's the name of the physical store. It's in San Antonio. So if you're ever here, it's like on 1604. But I digress. They have a lot of good corals, though, I'll say that. It's interesting, though, I went to 4 different stores in the San Antonio area. The one has been around forever, the fish store. Their website claims that they, you know, only use undergravel filters and all this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. The live rock was cheap, but it had hair algae just all over it. Forget that, no way. The other fish store sells live rock, but they sell for like $10 a pound. In any event, the other 2 areas I liked, they both sold the rock for like $5 a pound. That's at Reefs to You, and the other one's called like Elegant Reef. Both pretty cool stores, good looking corals too and fish. So I'm gonna reposition that like brown coral in back. You know, like I said, there was a little bit of purple on it, but regardless, you know, I'll kind of like maybe group them together or something, who knows, do some aquascaping here. I like that purple. I just set it in the tank too, that's not its final position, but a little bit closer here. You know, these little holes and stuff like that. Looks like a bee's nest. An underwater bee's nest. I don't know. This triangular one. I don't know. We'll play around. Maybe I'll just kind of stick it in back somewhere you can't really see it. It depends. So that's that. The sand bed. You know, and mind you, I'm taping this from an iPhone. The 40 pounds that I went with, I think, is great. You know, I don't know, maybe it's about 2 inches or so. It seems plenty for me. Originally, I was going to put like that egg crate at the bottom to set the rocks on. They call it like a light diffuser at the store. But they sold it in 4-foot by 2-foot sections, and it was like $13.99. And I thought, well, I could spend $13.99, cut that, put it on the bottom, lay the rocks on it, or spend $20 and just get a 20-pound bag of that wet sand and just have a little bit of a deeper sand bed and kind of cushion the rocks on that. These large rocks that I got from bulkreefsupplies.com, it's the Reef Saver rock. You know, I'm probably sound like a broken record, but in any event, there are 6 rocks in here. It's hard to tell where one begins and one ends, and that's what I like. You know, it's not a bunch of random corals just kind of in place. This large one in the corner, and mind you, there is like probably about a 1.5 inch gap on each side, so circulation, and then, you know, I can kind of clean the tank. But, you know, it's not like I'm probably really going to clean the back anyways. If I have a little bit of hair algae, great. You know, I'll get some crabs or whatever, something to eat that. But I have this large rock in the corner is a base. A large one in this corner. The one in back, at the very back, kind of a long flat piece, bridging between them. This one, which is actually a regular rock, and then this little piece of rubble I put there and made like an additional cave. You probably really can't see it right now just because I have this other stuff on there. But it's not like a bunch of small rocks that are ready to topple over. I took a hacksaw to one of them and kind of cut off a little knob, you know, just to make more of a flat surface. They're not going anywhere. Maybe the one on top. I was going to put some zip ties down and zip it down, but yeah, there wasn't any 2 holes that were really close enough. You know, I suppose I could pull a drill out or something, but I'm satisfied that they're not really going to go anywhere, so that's good enough for me. So that's really it here. I'll just zoom in. This kind of looks like a face or something. The purple rock, the purple specks in the sand bed. There's no fish or crabs or anything yet. I don't know if anyone has one of these 28s here that you can... I'd like to put a skimmer on that. And I don't really want to put a hang-on skimmer. I don't want something sticking up way over the back of the tank and, you know, kind of looks gaudy. This is in the living room here. I don't know if the little biocubes will fit in the sump and back. I read good reviews on the, it's called like the Slim Skim Nano. I read good reviews on that. It looks like a pretty cool skimmer, but I don't know if it'll fit in the sump. I'll have to take measurements, check their website. If anyone else has used that in the sump of one of these, great, let me know. And by the way, this is the JBJ28 Nano Cube. I don't know if the BioCube has the same dimensions. I'm kind of guessing not in the back. But, you know, let me know. And I'm still probably going to get like a little power head for this. I just got to figure out how to kind of run the wire out of the tank. I saw those cool, what they're like MP4s. Yeah, I think an MP4 is a little assault gun. One of those with a wire's not in the tank. It's held by a magnet, vortex or whatever. But they go for like $220, and that's just a little bit too pricey for me. If anyone feels like giving me one, great. Oprah Winfrey, if you're watching, or whatever. Otherwise, I'll just get one of those little high doors or whatever they are, Nano pumps for the corner, create some circulation. But that is it, day 3. Thanks for watching.